बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Agyan Trimanandasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chachurnitam Ayana Tasmai Sri Gurume Namah Sri Chaitanya Manubhishtam Sthapitam Ayana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Sabdantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Shutkamlam Sri Guru Navaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagun Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Savdetam Savdutam Parjan Sahitam Krishna Chaitan Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagun Lalita Shri Vishakhaventancha He Krishna Karna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kant Radha Kanamastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे बिंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणम्रिये वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णोदेवो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. Today we shall study Bhagavad Gita as it is. Chapter number 7. Absolute Truth. Chapter name is Absolute Truth. And text number 22. You speak after me, right? tayā śraddhayā yukta tasya ārādhanam īhate labhate chātat kāmān mayaiva vihitān tān tayā śraddhayā yukta tasyārādhanam īhate labhate chātat kāmān mayaiva vihitān tayā śraddhayā yuktas tasyārādhanam īhate labhate chātat kāmān mayaiva vihitān tayā śraddhayā yukta tasyārādhanam īhate labhate chātat kāmān mayaiva vihitān śraddhayā yuktas tasyārādhanam īhate labhate chātat kāmān mayaiva vihitān सा तया सिद्ध्या युक्तास् tasyārādhanam īhate.
labhate ca tataḥ kāmān mayaiva vihitān
tayā śraddhayā yuktas
tasyārādhanam īhate labhate ca tataḥ kāmān mayaiva vihitān
सा तया śraddhayā yuktas tasyārādhanam īhate.
mayaiva vihitān
Word-to-word meanings and purport. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki. Saha, he, tasya, with that, śraddhayā, inspiration, yuktaḥ, endowed, tasya, of that demigod, ārādhanam, for the worship, īhate, he aspires, labhate, obtains, ca, and tataḥ, from that, kāmān, his desires, mayā, by me, eva, alone, vihitān, arranged, he, certainly, tān, those. Now translation. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtain his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Repeat after me. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and obtain his desires. But in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. Purport. The demigods cannot award benedictions to their devotees without the permission of the Supreme Lord. The living entities may forget that everything is the property of the Supreme Lord, but the demigods do not forget. So, the worship of demigods and achievement of desired results are not to the demigods, but to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by arrangement. The less intelligent living entity does not know this, and therefore he foolishly goes to the demigods for some benefits. But the pure devotees, when in need of something, prays only to the Supreme Lord, asking for material benefit, however, is not a sign of pure devotee. A living entity go to the demigods usually because he is made to fulfill his lust. This happens when something undue is desired by the living entity and the Lord himself does not fulfill the desire. In the Caitanya-caritāmṛta, it is said that one who worships the Supreme Lord and at the same time desires material enjoyment is a contradictory in his desires. Devotional service to the Supreme Lord and the worship of a demigod cannot be on the same platform, because worship of a demigod is material and devotional service to the Supreme Lord is completely spiritual. For the living entity who desires to return to the demigod, material desires are impediments. A pure devotee of the Lord is therefore not awarded the material benefits desired by less intelligent living entities, who therefore the material world rather than engage in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. सा तथा śraddhayā yuktas tasyārādhanam īhate labhate chātad kāmān mayā vihitān vihitān. Endowed with such a faith, he endeavors to worship a particular demigod and open his desires, but in actuality, these benefits are bestowed by me alone. The text is regarding the activities of the non-devotees actually, who worship demigods for their lust actually, for their material benefits actually. But the devotee of the Lord always worship the only Lord Krishna actually, for spiritual gain, not material gain actually. You see, who are demigods? The demigods are the important part and parcel of this management of this universe actually. They are also the living entities. They are just like you and me actually. But the difference is that only that they have got a degree of power actually. They are powerful, and that power is given by the Lord Sri Krishna actually. They are appointed by the Lord Krishna for the management of this universe actually. The demigods like Indra, Chandra, Varun, so these are the appointed officers who manage the material affairs actually. And the Vedas direct to sacrifice in favor of these demigods actually, so that they may be pleased. What they do? To supply the air, light and water sufficiently to produce food grains actually. The fruit grains is very important actually, because whole material world is subsist on this food grains actually. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped, the demigods, who are the limbs of the different organs of the Lord Krishna actually, are automatically worshipped actually. So therefore, there is no need of separately worshipping the demigods actually. They are automatically worshipped actually. Just as we people all are the Krishna devotees actually, we only worship our Lord Krishna only, all the time. We chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. We always chant the glories of the Lord Krishna. In the Mangal Arati, that Arati is played actually. We chant actually, that is the glories of the Lord Krishna actually. We never glorify the demigods actually. So there is no need for separate worship to the demigods. For this reason, the devotees of the Lords who are in Krishna conscious, what they do? They offer food to the Lord Krishna. And they eat that. What is do? These offered foods nourish the body actually, spiritually. And by such action, not only the past sinful action in the body are vanquished, but the body is immunized actually against any disease, actually, any sinful activity actually. So this is very much important actually. Those who are not the devotees of Lord, they do not know actually. They cannot be immunized. And what is there? Because this world is influenced by three modes of material nature. Those who are pure devotees, they are not influenced by modes of material nature. Whereas the devotees of demigods, they are influenced by modes of material nature actually. And that's why they are kept here in this physical world actually. Whereas the devotees of the Lord are prepared to leave this material world actually and go to the Golok Vrindavan Dham, the Dham of Lord Krishna actually. The Lord descends in mortal world to show his pastimes in Vrindavan, which are full of happiness. When Lord Krishna was in Vrindavan, his activities with his cowherd boys, with his damsels friends, with the other inhabitants of the Vrindavan, and with the cows are full of happiness. The total population of Vrindavan knew nothing but only Krishna. And what is there? This you should also adopt. You should know only Krishna and nothing else actually. Only you listen to Krishna only. You only must have the association of Lord devotees so that you only listen to the Krishna only. Krishna pastime, Krishna glorification, etc. actually. But an example is given here. The Lord Krishna discouraged his father Nanda Maharaj. When Nanda Maharaj was preparing to worship that demigod Indra. You know all these things? And he wanted to establish the fact that people need not to worship any demigod. That worship to the Indra did not take place actually. Only the Govardhan Puja was started actually. And Govardhan was the form of the Lord Krishna actually. So we derive from this actually, we should only worship the Lord Sri Krishna actually, or his form actually. There are many thousand forms actually, and whatever we like actually, we may choose one of them actually and worship that actually. So why we need to worship the Lord Sri Krishna? Because our ultimate aim is to return to his abode actually. What for we are here? We all wanted to go to Lord's abode actually. The Supreme God is one. That is Krishna actually. Is there any other one? No. Only none other than Krishna is the Supreme actually. And demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world actually. These demigods are all living entities with different gates of material powers actually. There are many devotees, different demigods. So different demigods are delegated with different powers actually. Not all demigods are delegated with the same power, different powers actually. They cannot be equal to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, Vishnu, etc. Anyone who thinks that God and demigods are on the same platform is called an atheist actually. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to Supreme Lord actually. There is a misunderstanding among the general public actually. They think that actually the Lord Shiva is greater than Lord Krishna actually. And what they do actually, in their residence actually or home actually, they hang the picture of the or keep the picture of the Shiva at the top and below that Lord Krishna. That is not good actually. That is a sin committed by them actually. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods also, such as Brahma and Shiva. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by the general public. You know, they are so-called leaders. They are just so-called like gods actually. They are worshipped by foolish men. They are called as foolish actually. Demigods like Indra, Chandra and Varun are appointed officials who manage material affairs, and Vedas direct of sacrifices to satisfy the demigods so that they may be pleased to supply air, light and water sufficiently to produce food grains actually. Shankaracharya, the leader of the impersonalists, maintains that Narayan or Krishna is beyond this material creation actually. However, the foolish people worship the demigods. Those who worship the demigods, they are known as foolish actually. They are the people of less intelligence actually. Because they want immediate results of their worship. That's why they worship demigods. They get the results, but they do not know that the results obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. Whereas the results, because of the worship of the Lord Krishna, are spiritual and permanent, eternal actually. So which we want? We want temporary or permanent actually. We want permanent actually. So that we can get rid of from this cycle of birth and death actually. The intelligent person in Krishna consciousness they need not to worship the demigods for some immediate temporary benefits. Demigods of this material world as well as the worshippers will vanish with annihilation of this material world. They all will vanish actually. When the annihilation of this material world takes place, they all will vanish actually. The boons of the material, the boons of the demigods are only material actually. There is no spiritual boons actually. They are only meant for material things actually. And people who worship the demigods, they only worship for material gains actually, not for spiritual gain actually. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including demigods and their worshippers, they are just like bubbles in cosmic manifestation. or the bubble in cosmic ocean actually. They are just a bubble actually. Like this, they are not permanent actually. They will vanish actually. In this world, however, the human society is made after temporary things, such as the material opulences. What are material opulences? The material opulences are land, family, enjoyed paraphernalia, etc. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or the powerful men in human society. So these are the very minor things actually. All these paraphernalia just will become zero only when death comes actually. When a human man died actually, their all material achievements become nil. They become zero. So it is preferred to obtain the eternal spiritual things actually. You have to just actually worship eternally Lord Krishna actually, only actually. And no demigod is empowered to benefit these spiritual gains actually. Even if one knows Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and he is a controller of all living entities, still one may not know that he is the origin of all demigods. Lord Krishna is the origin of all demigods. Therefore, he is addressed as Deva actually. Gods of demigods actually. The worshipful gods of all demigods. And if one knows him as the worshipful god of all demigods, one may not know that he is the supreme proprietor of all everything. He is supreme proprietor. That's why he is addressed as Jagatpati. He is the proprietor of everything. He is known as Jagatpati actually. Thus the truth about Krishna is established. We should follow the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna as he is actually. Because Arjuna always regards Supreme Personality of God actually. I think in verse 12 and 13, the Arjuna said that Param Brahm Param Dham Pavitram Param Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Bhivo Ahutam Rishe Sarve Devas Naris Tatha Asita Deval Vyas Swayam Chavravitame. Arjuna said, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is confirming this actually. The ultimate abode, the purest absolute truth. You are the eternal, transcendental, original person, the unborn, the greatest. All the great sages such as Narad, Asit, Deval and Vyas confirm this truth about you. And now you yourself are declaring to me also. This is very much important. So we should follow Arjuna actually. Gita instructs Yanti Devrata Devan The moon, the sun and higher planets are called Sargaloka actually. Higher planets, they are called as Sargaloka. There are three different status of the planet: higher, middle and lower planetary system. The earth belongs to the middle planetary system actually. The Bhagavati informed us how to travel to the higher planetary system actually, Devaloka, with a very simple formula. What is the formula? Yanti devrata devan. One need only worship that particular demigod. How to travel higher planetary system? We have to worship that particular demigod of that particular planet actually. So different planetary system has their different demigods actually, individual one actually. In that way, we can go to that higher planet actually. The sun or any higher planet system. Who takes the shelter of demigods? Who takes? Those who require, those who desire the material benefits actually. Worship different demigods or rendering service to them is not approved. It is not approved. It is stated in the 7th chapter, 20th verse. Kāmas ter hatyana prabhatante anya devta tam niyam asthaya prakritya nitya swaya. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own nature actually. This is actually. They worship according to their own nature actually, not according to scriptures actually. See this. Those who are directed by the lust, they worship demigods and not the Supreme Lord Krishna actually. When we mention the name of Lord Krishna, we do not refer to any sectarian name. Krishna means the highest pleasure actually. And it is confirmed that Supreme Lord is the reservoir of the storehouse of all pleasure actually. We are all hankering after pleasure. Non-devotees, they are also hankering after pleasure actually. Living entities like Lords are full of consciousness and they are after happiness. The Lord is particularly happy and the living entities associate with Lord, cooperate with Him, take part in His association, then they also become happy. When Lord is happy, when we associate with the Lord actually, we also become happy. He is the reservoir of the pleasure actually. What you see actually, everybody wants actually, they must have a association with the opulent man actually, to get something actually. Similarly actually, we must also associate with the Lord Sri Krishna actually. How we can associate? We can associate with the association of devotees actually, who always talks of only that actually Krishna actually, and none else actually. The devotees of Krishna who are free from all material contaminations surrender unto Sri Lord Krishna actually and engage in his devotion service actually. As long as the material contamination is not washed off completely, they are by nature non-devotees actually. Material contamination is a must actually. it must be banished actually. But even those who have material desires and resort to the Supreme Lord are not so much attracted by external nature. Initial stage, when the devotee enters into the Krishna Bhakti actually, they have some desires actually. But when they get the association of Lord Krishna or the Krishna devotee actually, their desires, material desire, they are converted into spiritual desire actually. And they start, what they start? They start devotional service to Lord Krishna. They chant, they Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And why? Because the devotees approach the right goal actually. And when they have association of Lord Krishna and their devotees, they are free from all material lust actually. What for are you coming here? You are coming for the material benedictions, material benefits, or spiritual, for spiritual gains actually. Not for material actually. Less intelligent people who have lost their spiritual sense take shelter of demigods actually. Less intelligent person actually. They take shelter of demigods only. For immediate fulfillment of their desires, material desires. So those persons who have got a material desire, they do not go to Supreme Personal Godhead. They do not take shelter actually of Supreme Personal Godhead actually. Because these people are influenced by particular modes of material nature actually and entangled in this material world actually. Therefore, the non-devotees, they worship the various demigods actually for the material benedictions actually. Following the rules and regulations of worship, they are satisfied. The worship of demigods are motivated material desires. They do not know the aim of the life. Those who do not know the aim of the life, that's why they worship the demigods. But those who knows the aim of life, they cannot worship the demigods actually. You people all know the aim of your life? You know? All. Because the worshipper or demigods are ignorant of how to reach the supreme goal actually. The supreme goal can only be attained by the association of Lord Krishna and engaging in devotional service actually. A devotee of the Lord is not misguided actually. In Vedic literature, there are the recommendations for worshipping different demigods for different purposes actually. Those who are not devotees of the Lord think that for certain purposes demigods are better than Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. They are mistaken actually. Demigods can never be superior actually to Lord Sri Krishna actually. The devotees know that Supreme Lord Krishna is the master of all actually. In Caitanya-caritāmṛta, it is said that Ekli Ishwar Krishna ārādhanam actually. Only the Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personal Godhead and others are servant actually. Therefore, a pure devotee never takes shelter and worship demigods for completion of his material needs actually. He is fully dependent on Supreme Personality of God actually. Even the pure devotees, they never ask anything from Lord Krishna actually. They keep themselves neutral condition actually. They only offer their service to Lord Krishna actually. Nothing else actually. They are engaged in devotion to Lord Krishna. They never ask anything actually. Even they never ask liberation from this material world. They leave upon all these things to the Lord Sri Krishna actually. Whatever he likes, he can do it actually. A pure devotee is satisfied whatever he has gained and whatever the Krishna has given to him actually. Everything in this world is a property of Lord Krishna. Everything. How this is? This is 10.8 actually. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam parvartate it mitta bhajante mam puda bhavam sonvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds actually. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts actually. He is the master of all actually. A learned scholar who has studied the Vedas perfectly and has information from authorities like Lord Caitanya, Mahaprabhu, that Krishna is the origin of everything actually. He is the origin of everything in both material and spiritual world. And because he knows this perfectly, he becomes firmly fixed in the devotional service of Lord Krishna actually. He can never be deviated by any amount of material benefits actually. Pita aham asya jagato mata data pita maha vedam pavitram omkaram riksham vajur vedcha. I am the father of this universe actually. The mother, the support and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier and the slave alone. I am also the rig, the psalm and the Yajur Vedas. Entire cosmic manifestation, moving and non-moving, are manifested by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the material existence, we create different relations with the different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy actually. Everything is Krishna actually. But under the creation of the Prakriti, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator, etc. But actually, they are part and parcel of Krishna actually. Everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. As such, these living entities who appear to be our father, mother, etc. are nothing but Krishna. Only our father and mother are parts and parcel of Krishna, but their creator means your grandsire actually, grandmother and grandfathers, etc. are also parts and parcel of Krishna actually. Actually, any living entity being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. All the Vedas therefore aim only towards Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step to understanding Krishna. Similarly, the living entities who is inquisitive to understand all Vedic principle is also part and parcel of Krishna, and as such is also Krishna. In all Vedic mantras, the word Om, called Pranav, is transcendental sound, vibration and also Krishna. And because in all the hymns of their four Vedas, Sam, Yajur, Rig and Atharved, that Pranav or Omkar is very prominent and it is understood to be Krishna actually. All different kinds of worshippers of demigods can attain the highest perfection of benedictions, which is spontaneous attractions, unflinchingly fixed upon Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by association of the pure devotees of the Lord. Association of pure devotees is very much important actually. All living entities in different stages of life within the material creation, beginning from the first demigod, Brahma, down to the small ant actually, are conditioned under the laws of material nature actually. All are conditioned actually. Or the living entities in his pure state is conscious of the fact that he is part and parcel of Lord actually. But when he is thrown into this material world on account of the desire to lord it over the material energy, he becomes conditioned by three modes of material nature. And thus struggles for existence of the highest benefit. This struggle for existence is something like following the will of the wisp under the spell of material enjoyment. All plans of material enjoyment, either by worship of different demigods or by modernized advancement of scientific knowledge, without the help of God or demigods, these struggles are illusory only. The conditioned being within material creation can never solve this problem. We people are conditioned actually. We people cannot solve this problem actually in this material world actually. What are the problems? The problems are birth, death, old age and disease actually. This is the problem. And these problems can only be redressed by Lord Sri Krishna or engaging in his devotional service or chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. History of the universe is full of such plans makers. Many kings and emperors come and go, leaving a plan-making story only. But the prime problem of life, birth, death, old age, and disease remain. They are unsolved problems. So many kings come and go actually. Even our democratic system, nobody talk regarding this actually. They don't have any plans actually. Actually, the human life is meant for making a solution to the problem of this life. This is the human life. This can solve the problem. But how? Just by association of the Lord Krishna actually. Association of Lord's devotee actually. They can solve the problem actually. Hare Krishna. I stop here actually. If there are any questions, you can ask me. Yeah, yes. You come here, just closer to me.
Yeah, I'll read loud. As you were mentioning, like father, mother are all at Krishna. So there are some people who say all are Narayan, like you are Narayan, myself Narayan, you are Narayan.
Narayan is the expansion of the Krishna also.
Yeah, but I didn't understand what you mean by that. You are part and parcel of Krishna. So how can we say that mother, father, and you are Krishna?
Just suppose I am the part and parcel of Lord Krishna, living entities, right? My creator is my father and mother. They were also part and parcel of Krishna actually. And their creator is that actually their father and mother actually. Everything in this world is Krishna actually. Everything actually. And this is not the one day job actually. This is just thinking of on the regular basis actually. Engage yourself in study of the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam on regular basis actually. And you find that this is not just by listening Bhagavatam from the devotee, but just go and study actually. You have to think it like this actually. Because when you listen to some lectures actually, and you get up from that place actually, you just forget what this speaker has spoken to us. Until unless you go and meditate on such subject actually. And that meditation is our Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. You have to remain in regular touch with Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam actually. We have to read daily actually. Every day. What do you think actually? We are coming in here actually. It is not a question of just a minute actually. We all are in association, in touch with this actually. That's why whatever we speak to you, this is on account of that actually. Even it is very important that actually which subject is mentioned on which page actually, on which actually chapter actually. This is very much important actually. Once you read, go reading actually, and after 10 days you will forget actually where that was actually. You won't be able to find that actually, unless you go on seriously actually. We have to be very much serious actually. Is not it? Are you satisfied with my answer? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.